Sure. As you know, we announced today that offtake agreement with Fujax UK Ltd. We've been dealing with Fujax for the past several months. I've known them personally for a number of years beforehand. They've got offices here in Nairobi, offices in Cape Town, London, Switzerland, and Hong Kong. So they've got a very broad coverage. And we started talking to them about our production of spodumene ore and our future production of spodumene concentrate and high-value lithium products such as the hydroxide and the carbonate. And yeah, we wanted to see how they could place that in the market. A lot of their clients, both in Europe and Asia, and they were a good fit for us. European-based, so culturally very similar. I've just seen too many offtake agreements with other counterparties that have struggled during difficult times. I'd like to think that with Fujax, they're the sort of counterparty that will work with us. They certainly have in terms of how they've structured the deal with us. So the negotiations with them have been very robust. I think we've got a great deal out of it. I think they've got a very good deal out of it as well. It's one of their first lithium contracts. So we met in London, we met here in Nairobi, we met in South Africa. So it hasn't been just the one meeting, it's been multiple. There's been lawyers, there's been advisors. It's been a process, but we've got there now after several months of these discussions. Sure, it's for 100% of our planned production out of Blesberg. So that production of the spodumene ore, which is primarily coming out of the stockpiles from the historic tantalum mining that took place there. It's also coming from spodumene ore and concentrate. That's going to be coming out of the larger open pit mining operation, that conventional open pit mining operation that we're due to start over the course of 2024. And it will also include other lithium products as we move towards producing a hydroxide or carbonate. That contract is initially through to December 2026, so 31 months after the first delivery, which is due in May. It's for minimum deliveries over that period of 50,000 tonnes, which is, call it our base case, our worst case. We're planning on producing significantly more each over that period, at least 5,000 tonne a month. So, that is materially more than what we've included as our base. And we included a base because we wanted to make sure that, we were able to deliver at least that. There's no upper limits on what we deliver, so it's 100% of everything we produce. We deliver it to their designated warehouse in Cape Town, so we're responsible for the travel and transportation from the mine in the Northern Cape down to Cape Town, which is a perfectly well-sealed road, great infrastructure there. When we deliver it there, we receive 80% of the value there. So it's great from a funding or working capital perspective. And the balance is then payable upon final delivery to their clients, which are typically in Asia, in Europe. So it's then got all the standard terms and conditions. The pricing is linked to the benchmark price, 6% spodumene concentrate price, as quoted on the Shanghai metal market. So there's full transparency in the pricing. There's full transparency in terms of sales commissions, in terms of other costs, freight costs, sampling costs, etc., through to the designated port of sale. So, it's not... Offtake contracts aren't rocket science at the end of the day. Standard terms and conditions. The key things we were looking at clearly is the specifications of the material, the minimum 5.5%, although we're targeting obviously a 6% Li2O spodumene product. Other impurities, all of which we've tested for. There's maximum levels of certain elements in there, all of which we're very comfortable in meeting those specifications. So payment terms, that was the key point of our discussion. Delivery terms too. And then, like I say, the key standard terms that you'll find in any offtake, sale and purchase and marketing agreement. Yeah, look, as I said, we've ensured that our delivery schedule, the minimum tonnages that we deliver each and every month, we're very comfortable in delivering. I think I've seen far too many junior mining companies, developing mining companies, that enter into these agreements and are probably a bit too aggressive early on. Surprisingly, and I'm sure shareholders will be surprised, I've kind of erred on the side of caution and kind of, committed ourselves to less volume to start with. I'd love to commit more, but they're going to take it. But no, so for us, from a delivery point of view, very confident because we really have, underplayed our card in that regards. We've made sure that we're not going to get caught out by not delivering those minimum tonnages, and that's going to come from having a well-run mining operation. It's from the stockpiles. It's from a very shallow conventional open pit operation, of which we have all the necessary mining equipment on site. So very comfortable with the scheduling and the production profile and those minimal deliveries. From a grade perspective, look, we've done a lot of bulk samples over the past 12 months from those stockpiles. We've got the XRF ore sorters. Currently, we've got the Rados plant operating, TOMRA to be transported and installed this month and next month. We're very confident to date in how well the Rados plant is operated, and we expect with the installation and commissioning of the TOMRA plant, which is 5 times the capacity, then we'll be able to achieve similar recoveries that we've already reported for Rados. And remember, Rados was a world's first in terms of the dry sourcing and the recovery rates that we achieved. So very comfortable there that we will be able to deliver the minimum grade specifications. That equipment, that XRF ore sorting equipment, has proven to be fantastic since it was installed there, and continues to learn, because obviously it's working on the back of these AI algorithms to differentiate the spodumene from the quartz, from the feldspar, from the tantalum. So that's only going to improve, and likewise as we bring in the bigger equipment from TOMRA. So I'm very comfortable that from a grade perspective we'll be able to achieve those minimum specs that are required. Look, one of the things which I'm always a big supporter of when you're in any business is partnerships. And it's the people you know. And with Fujax, one of their principal traders out of London, a guy called Richard Hawking, I've known for years, and there's trust. And in any partnership, in any legal agreements, there's got to be a degree of trust. And there's a lot of trust there. Fujax, if you look at their corporate mantra, it's growth through partnerships. And it's exactly aligned to what we're trying to achieve. On the mining side here in Kenya, Tanzania, South Africa, Zimbabwe, Zambia, it's exactly what we're trying to achieve. So everything that their company stands for, we stand for. And I think they're going to be a very good partner, not just on Blesberg, but as we expand our production facilities here at the manganese in Kenya, at the graphite and the copper in Tanzania, and also at the graphite, the copper and the lithium in Zimbabwe. So, Fujax, with all their offices, like I say, here in Kenya, down in South Africa, in Cape Town, in Hong Kong, in Switzerland, in London, we've got a great way of communicating with them on a daily basis. I was with them in their offices here on Friday, going through things. So very rarely do you get that kind of opportunity. So Fujax, they're aligned in terms of how they want to support our growth. I think the terms of the contract demonstrate that in terms of the payment terms. I think the individuals behind that organisation as well are very much aligned to what we want to achieve. So very happy to have them as a partner and look forward to working with them. Like I say, not just at Blesberg, but elsewhere within the group. Look, global scale, I was just quite confident staying in Africa, actually. No, look, I think this now allows our product to consistently get into the global markets. And we need to very quickly demonstrate that we can be a consistent and reliable producer of high-grade lithium ore, lithium concentrate, and high-value lithium concentrate, such as the hydroxides and the carbonates. So over the course of this year, I think we're going to start to achieve that. And we'll achieve that on the lithium side, out of Blesberg with the spodumene all there. But very quickly, we'll start to demonstrate that, I believe, on the back of our production out of the manganese here, on the back of the copper at Kanusi in Tanzania, and indeed on the back of the graphite. And graphite's not just going to come from Tanzania, which is the most advanced, but also out of Zim, also out of Kenya here. So I think from, call it a global scale, the end users will start to receive our product. And I think we will very quickly start to differentiate ourselves from a lot of other junior companies. A lot of junior companies that are a single project company. That's never been what we want to achieve. We've got to have multiple mines producing multiple commodities from various jurisdictions throughout here in East and Southern Africa. So, yeah, 2024 is going to be a bit of a landmark year for us. There's no doubt about that. Yeah, this offtake agreement's been in the making for some time. I know people have been chasing me and saying, are we there yet? Are we there yet? Yes, we are there now. But the work doesn't stop now. We've got to start getting our production, our sales volumes ready to deliver in that contract. But we've got other operations we've got to push on in parallel to this. Like I say, in Tanzania, Kenya, Zimbabwe, Zambia. So we've got to keep pushing ahead for that. We can't rest on our laurels. We won't. Even at Blesberg, we can't rest on our laurels because we're already looking at expanding that and going into the open pit mining operation. So with that in mind, for any investors, any shareholders, look, hopefully this starts to allow for the sort of valuations which we and they hope to see in the company. But it's still early. It's March 2024. We've got another 9 months left this year. So plenty more to deliver on for us, that's for sure.